Off Somalia is a campaign that directly opposes any kind of intervention in Somalia by the British government. In February this year, David Cameron stated, and I quote, "Somalia is a failed state that directly threatens Britain's interests." He argues that it's fundamental that Britain takes action in order to stop young Somalis becoming radical and extreme. The deaths of black people in police custody, the fact that stop and searches mostly target young black men, the treatment of Muslims in this country and the killings of Muslims around the world, isn't that enough to radicalise people, Mr. Cameron? Like any British Prime Minister would, David Cameron failed to consider that UK involvement, whether it be for security reasons or humanitarian reasons, will inevitably cause more tension between the Somali community and the British government. Should it be any surprise that the conference about Somalia was held in London? Or is it merely coincidental that it occurred after the World Bank recently announced that Puntland in the north of Somalia has found a new source of oil? It's estimated to produce 5 to 10 billion barrels of oil a year. We've seen a cycle of Western corporations taking advantage of underdeveloped countries by carelessly exploiting their natural resources, resulting in severely damaging effects to the native people, their environment, and fueling more conflicts within the country. This is evident in Kenya, Libya, Iraq, Colombia, and other countries around the world. One of the most devastating and ongoing exploitation projects is the extraction of oil in the Niger Delta by the American-owned oil company Shell. We do not want the same exploitation and environmental devastation to happen in Somalia. The resources of the country belong to the Somali people alone and could aid them in their journey to becoming a country with a stable economy. It is clear that American and British companies have a lot to gain from Somalia's resources, and it is absolutely shameful to see them scrambling for our resources while British helicopters shoot at Somalis and the US attacks Mogadishu with remote-controlled bombers, as it has done for 6 years now. Britain, America, and the other 39 countries that attended the conference have absolutely no right whatsoever to decide the fate of Somalia. That directly lies with the people of Somalia, and we as British citizens need to stand together in order to stop yet another imperialist intervention. In the last 10 years, Britain has bombed Afghanistan, Iraq, and Libya, and it wants to secure the fate of Syria and Iran, and now Somalia. After 20 years of suffering war, internal conflict, famine, and the displacement of over 2 million people, Somalia now needs to see the security firms and oil companies leave. They do not need to see more war, invasion, and conflicts. Solidarity with all the people of the world who face military aggression from imperialism. There are millions and millions, and they are united by their persecution and encourage. Hands off Somalia! Hands off Somalia!